Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay, and today FFG are doing the announcements that they would have done at Adepticon. Obviously, Adepticon has been cancelled because of the coronavirus. That they would have done, but they're doing it on a stream. And in fact, that stream is going on right now. But they opened with the Star Wars Legion stuff, and considering it's 20 to 10 in the UK, I thought, well, I'll get my thoughts down here and then go to bed. So we'll go through what they have announced. Basically, they've announced the ATRT for the Republic and the STAP Riders for the Separatists. All cool, and we do get to see their cards, so we will have a closer look. They also showed off some models for Clan Ren and Infernal Squad, which we knew they were coming. They'd been leaked, but they were definitely hard confirmed, if you want to call it that. And I've got to say, the models are looking pretty damn nice across the board. And let's have a quick look at the Dualist. So I believe there's two things. I think these are called, this unit is called the Mandalorian Resistance, right? Now there is Clan Ren as a sort of faction. So there's the generic one, which in this case I think is the Mandalorian Resistance. If I've got this the wrong way around, don't hate me. And then you've got the a Clan Ren version of the unit, which is unique and you can only take one of them. So I think this one has to go in the generic unit. It won't go in the Clan Ren unit. Unless maybe it doesn't. It just doesn't have to say that on the card. I'm not 100% sure. But I doubt it because it's Clan Ren in it. Either way, this one gives you 2 red dice for 28 points. And 2 red dice in melee. You gain Dualist. So while performing an attack, you can spend a name token to gain PS1, which will add on to any PS that you already have in melee, which is interesting. Or while defending against a melee attack, if you spend a dodge, you can gain immune to pierce. That could be pretty strong against Jedi. That's what it was hinting at. So that's that one. And then the Infernal Squad. Ooh, tasty. I do like the look of these. And these guys technically aren't the Infernal Squad. There's the Infernal Squad is the name of the pack, but essentially these guys are called the Imperial Special Forces. And yes, the Imperial Special Forces is the name of a rank in Star Wars Legion. Well, Special Forces is, and Imperial is the faction. However, if it was going to be Special Forces as the rank, it would use the rank symbol. The Imperial Special Forces is the name of the unit, and they made that quite clear. And so there's 2 here. So you can take the generic guys, so the Imperial Special Forces, and probably one heavy upgrade, etc. Or you'll have the Infernal Squad, which will be the named characters. I won't go through them all, but it does show. I think Gideon Hask is the other one, but Amico is one of them. Now, so you can see it says Imperial Special Forces. Now, that does not mean the rank of Imperial Special Forces. That means the Imperial Special Forces unit. That is the generic Infernal Squad, if you will. But notice that this unit can also go in Imperial Core Troopers. So this Delmico can go into, and I think they said Gad can as well. Gideon Hask. Yeah, I don't really know Star Wars that well. So, but so he can as well. And so that means you can go into Stormtrooper units, Snow Trooper units, Shore Troopers. I'm gonna say etc. There are no more currently. But that's interesting because you can essentially give Stormtroopers a sniper if you wanted, or Snow Troopers maybe with steady. You'll be able to, aim and move and get across the board and have maneuverable sniper if you wanted. He has 38 points, which is pretty high pointed. Because of the law, he has Repair 2 Capacity 1, which if you're going to take that, generally means you will want to build around vehicles, but I'm not sure if he's worth it without, because you're basically paying points for something you don't have, you don't use if you don't have vehicles. High velocity, lethal 1, while attacking you spend 1, while attacking, it doesn't say range, does it? So the other one is in melee, whereas this one is just while attacking you can spend an aim to get PS1. But it's different from Dualist in the sense that you can't gain immune to pierce. Okay, and this 2 represents health. So he's 2 health. Now it doesn't look like he becomes the leader of the of the core unit. It just looks like he becomes the heavy weapon person in that core unit. I'm sure somebody will come up with some very tricksy plays involved. And then I don't know if I dreamt this or if somebody would message me and sort of was telling me this was coming or we'd seen these, or it was inevitable. But we've now seen the the Republic ATRT. A couple of interesting things with this in the design space, if you will. It's very similar to the Republic one, of course. Republic, yeah, the Rebel one. And so it doesn't surge to crit anymore, but it does surge on the defense. Still has armor. It's 65 points, but it comes with a range weapon, which the Rebel one didn't. And that range weapon, yeah, it's got critical 1, impact 1. It's basically a rocket launcher, I think is what they said. And interestingly, it comes with scope 1, which I guess the key thing when it comes to ATRTs, generally when you play them, it's like you need to get into range and then shoot stuff before you die. Generally, that's how I've seen them in most games, so that might be why it exists here in that sense. And yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. 65 points, so I think, what is that? I'm going to try and do maths here, which is always a problem. What is that? So it's 130 for 2 plus 65, 195 for like 18 armor wounds. I think that's alright. Yeah, somebody was saying, and I can't really remember the bark speeders off the top of my head, but people were saying like, just doesn't make sense when you compare them to bark speeders. These are obviously better, but we'll see. Now, the one thing I want to note before we go on to the STAP Riders is that they did say there's going to be some extra stuff in the article. I can't really wait for the article because we're now approaching like 9:45, so I do suggest you pop over to the FFG website and you go check out these things. They're just not on the website as of right now, so that's why. And you can see this is a screenshot from Discord that somebody put in, but the STAP Riders, STAP. One thing that struck me instantly, 73 points. 73 points. Is this the first properly odd-numbered unit we've seen? I don't know why you've not just made it 75 or 70 and slightly buffed it along the way, but yeah, okay, 73 points. However, I love the STAP Riders. Just in terms of aesthetic, at least, I think they're absolutely cool. And yeah, so if I'm honest, when I see these guys, I'm seeing 6 wounds that have a white defense dice, no armor, no surge. It's like, ooh. However, you would get 6 black dice for 73 points, and some interesting stuff. You're obviously speeder 1, you've got cover 1, which will help to keep you alive a little bit. You do have AI move, so if you're not given an order token, you will have to move as your first action. They do have coordinate, droid trooper, and vehicle. Well, that's interesting. You know what I mean? So in theory, all you really need is to try and give one of them an order, if you've got 3 of them, for example, and you could just keep daisy chaining it along the way. So in that sense, it's pretty decent. And to help keep them alive, they do have Agile 1, so after you perform a standard move, you gain 1 dodge token. It's just like you're going to get a shot at first. All it takes is somebody to get you a clear in the open shot, and you could die. But they are a speeder 1, so they will be able to like just hide and then fly over things. The actual weapon will be critical 1. It's quite decent. Fixed front. I just see these being a little bit paper thin. They're a little bit like a strong breeze would maybe kill them. And you're going to pay 73 points for it. I mean, I'd rather maybe just have 2 units of droids instead. But if you need an agile unit in your list, it'd be quite good for bombing run in the new vital assets. But beyond that, I think they're a bit high. But maybe it's like they worry about things being too versatile, I think. But then I think I can see maybe like a point decrease for these in the future, maybe. Like they did with the speeders. But then I could be completely wrong because 6 black dice is actually pretty strong for 73 points. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I could be completely wrong, but I'm cautious about it. Everything I see, I'm cautious about them. Apparently, though, they are getting a new communication upgrade, which will really help these guys. So, you know, I could be completely wrong. Maybe there's a combo there that I don't see. They're not affected by courage because of vehicle. Yeah, all right, okay. So we'll just have a quick recap. The clan men looking nice. the Dualist here, yeah, pretty cool. I think they said basically they're going to be like decent at range, decent in close quarters combat. You can sort of tailor them to how you want to play. These you've got the generic unit, I think is the Mandalorian Resistance, and then you'll have a unique which you could take 3 of because of special forces. Then you can take, well, not then, or you can take a special forces version of them, which will be called Clanmen, like a special unique version of them. And that is the same for the Infernal Squad. It's the Imperial Special Forces or the Infernal Squad. And these guys are very interesting that they can go into like trooper units, core trooper units, which will be interesting to see if anybody can come up with something interesting. The sniper rifle, it's weird that it's like a combination of the sniper rifle plus the medical bot. So you could maybe, if you were going to run like the tank, maybe you just take a unit of stormtroopers with him in. It's basically a sniper rifle and a heal bot. Double whammy. It's versatile in that sense. So yeah, pretty interesting. The ATRT is just like it's like a sort of probably what the ATRT should have been, I guess, maybe. And but yeah, no qualms either way there. The STAP Riders, I think because they're so weak to being attacked, like one really good shot could really decimate them. It's like the speeder bike problem, but without any real redeeming feature, if that makes sense. No, that's weird, that, because I guess it's only the surge, but yeah, I don't know. And I find the 73 points funny. Somebody tell me how I'm wrong about the STAP, because I would love to run them. Either way, though, that is pretty much the end of this video. I'm going to very quickly make a thumbnail about this and then go to bed because I've got work tomorrow. That's not going to be the thumbnail. Maybe it is, maybe it won't, who knows. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on these and check out the article. Have a most beautiful day. Goodbye.